So everybody has a commute to their job. My commute involves driving up Little Cottonwood Canyon. It's got to be one of the coolest commutes in the world. Just 20 minutes up through this like breathtaking canyon. Well, I moved to Salt Lake City when I was 15, and I always had this dream of being a pro skier. Every chance I had, I would come up to Alta and Snowbird to ski. One day I came home from an especially good powder day, and I had a little bit of frost nip on my nose and under my goggles here, so I totally got busted by my parents for skipping school to go skiing. It was a giveaway. I'm Caroline Gleich. I am a pro skier here at Alta and Snowbird, and I will be your tour guide for the Alta Snowbird Connection. So right now we're riding Collins Lift at Alta. We've had about 3 feet of new snow in the last week, so should be a great day of skiing. Let's see, last year Alta reported by the end of the year over 700 inches, but we average 500 inches of snow a year. So that's like 10 of me stacked on top of each other. 10 little C's. Usually we get this really light 3% density snow. We call it the Utah blower pow. And it's just really easy to ski. You sink right in. Because of the lightness, you sink and it just billows up around you and you can just bust right through it. Super fun. At the bottom of Collins, or sometimes at Gold Miner's Daughter, we'll run in there and have breakfast in the morning and have a coffee. And it's a great place to see people and meet up with friends. Right there is Alps High Rustler, classic Alta run. It's one of my favorite runs in all of Alta. To your right, you can see the shared ridge line that separates Alta and Snowbird. So my favorite way to ski to Snowbird from Alta is through the Keyhole, which is right off the Wildcat Chair. This is the local secret area. This is where we have the untracked powder stashes. But an easier way to ski the Alta Snowbird Connection starts here at Sunnyside. Then head up Sugarloaf. It's right next to Elf's Restaurant. After 3 p.m. on the Sunnyside lift, they have free skiing for anybody, most days of the year. Oh, it's beginner intermediate skiing the whole way. Is that too much hands? One of the coolest things about Alta and Snowbird being connected is that it's so big, it feels like a European resort. So just get off Sugarloaf and ski right over to the Interconnect Gate. This is the Alta Bird border crossing. Is it okay if I go through? Sure. All right, cool. Alta, Snowbird. Skiing with my family is really important. Every Sunday, my dad and I like to ski together, and he's almost 80, he'll be 80 in May, and so he doesn't necessarily want to ski like the super steep stuff that I like to ski, but what's really nice about being up here is that I can ski the steeper pitches and send him down the groomer, and they all kind of funnel in together. So I can watch him ski and he can watch me, and then we can still ski the rest of the run together, and we can be together, and not necessarily, if he wants to go on the steeper stuff, he can, but he doesn't have to. On the way to the tram, here at beautiful Snowbird. There's our boat. This is kind of like the beach of Snowbird. The plaza at Snowbird at the end of the day is kind of just like a big party. Everyone's kind of hanging out, eating a sandwich, drinking a beer, soaking up some sun, and it's just super fun. Just a great place to see everybody. The great thing about the tram at Snowbird is that it just takes you right to the top. One lift, and then bam, you have like so many options on the way down. Drops you off right in the middle. When skiing back to Alta from Snowbird, I like to drop into Mineral Basin and ski Powder Paradise. My favorite powder days up here are when it's snowing, like so unbelievably hard that your track gets filled in every run, and we call those free refills. Those are my favorite. The easier way to get to Alta from Snowbird is on the Peruvian Express chair. From the top of Peruvian Express, you want to head through the tunnel, but you got to get there before it closes at 3:30. Once you come to the tunnel, you just ski down to Baldy Express, take that chairlift, and boom, back at Alta. Voila! Completing the Euro experience. If you miss the chair back, you can always take the bus. Oh, sweet, and it honked at me. I love snowboarders, love them, but you can't come to Alta if you're on a snowboard. You have to stay at Snowbird. There's so many photographers and filmmakers and pro athletes, skiers and snowboarders that base themselves out of Alta and Snowbird because it's just so easy to do what we need to do. We have the snowfall, the terrain, the bluebird days, the long season. When we have to leave the Wasatch to go on a trip somewhere, the airport's super close. It's about 40 minutes from Snowbird, just like right over that ridge. Sometimes you'll have to leave and to go to a place where it's not snowing and you're just like, oh no, why do I have to leave? Doing photo shoots is a lot of work. People don't realize how much goes into that. But I mean, it's not really like the normal powder day experience when you're shooting photos. Because you have to, yeah, you hike a lot and you get up really early. This is not a career path for people who don't like mornings. You have to love mornings. Bam. It's hard to tell it's me, but it is. It's a great workout. We do a lot of hiking through really deep snow, and we also get some special privileges, so it makes the hard work pay off.